Hi everyone, welcome to my Unreal tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to showcase how to create a simple drawing board in Unreal. And this one is done entirely in the user interface, via Blueprint widget. So if you're looking for drawing in 3D, like in the 3D level, then there's other videos that covers it, but this one is for making the drawing happen in 2D in the UI. And this is the end result, right? So you have a canvas. You can clear the canvas. You can draw. You can change the color of your paint, and you can erase your paint, and you can change the brush size, um, like so. Yeah, so this is the final result. So we start off by creating two materials. One is for the canvas that we draw on, and then the other one is for the paintbrush. I also have a really simple paintbrush texture to attach on the material. This is just a circle with alpha channel, and I made it white so that we can apply um, color tint on top of it in case we want to change the color of our brush. And I first open up the canvas material and make sure to turn this into a user interface material domain, because that's what we're drawing on is widget. And then we will create a texture render target. Okay. And I'll call this render target canvas and open this up. You will see that you can change the size. I'm gonna make it 1280 by 720, and I'm gonna change the clear color to white. Now I'm gonna go back and look up a texture sample 2D. Here, yeah, have this. Yeah. So I have the render target canvas as the texture 2D and hook it up to final color. In the brush, we first need to change the blend mode to translucent. Then we create a texture sample parameter 2D again. And here we'll basically pick our brush material. Let's plug this RGB into the emissive and alpha into opacity. Yeah, that's very simple. It's a very simple material. But later on, um, we can apply the color tint. Um, yeah, that's gonna be something we do later. Next up, we create a widget. We'll call this the drawing board. And then canvas panel. Cool. Gonna do this and let's drag an image to here. So this is really quick and dirty, but of course you can tweak this to your liking. I'm gonna put it in center, and alignment is also center. The size, as we already specified before, is ideally it should be matched to your render target texture size. All right, we'll give it a name, image canvas. All right, we'll go to the graph. Now, um, let's see. Sorry, I didn't even choose our material. So we have the material, then we put it. Yeah. The material domain being user interface can allow you to directly plug this in. Otherwise, it'll show an error. All right, now let's see what it looks like in our level. So I'm gonna create something real simple here in our level blueprint. I'm gonna construct this um, widget board. Which one is it? Cool. Gonna add this to viewport. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show mouse cursor. Mm. And then we also need to set in UI, set UI mode only. All right. Very, very straightforward. All right. So we have this um, drawing board widget displaying on level start. That's what we want. All right, now to the actual drawing logic, which is the core of this tutorial. Hmm. Um, Something important that we need to know is in um, this tutorial, we're gonna override the mouse event. So this will allow us to basically convert our ordering mouse cursor into a paintbrush. So on the left side, you have function, and you can override those default function behavior. And we're gonna basically override three. When the mouse button is down, basically we start drawing, and when it's back up, um, we stop the draw. And when it's moving, when it is down, we paint the brush material on our canvas. Okay, so that's three we're gonna overwrite. Up and down and move. Hmm. Okay, so on the mouse down, we need to pass in. So for the return, we always want to pass in handled. So this event is handled. And we're going to create a variable, which is a global one that is called isDrawing, and make it a Boolean so that when the mouse is down, right, we will set the drawing to begin. And when the mouse is moving, if it's not down, we don't draw. But if it's not if it's down, we draw, but if it's not down, we just do the normal mouse behavior. Simple as that. All right. So when the mouse is up, then we set the isDrawing to false. And remember to pass in the handled. All right. So when the mouse is moving, we, like I said, based on the condition of the isDrawing, we either do the draw or we do what the mouse event normally do. It's in handle. And in our event graph, we'll also create a custom event. So this will be draw. On the mouse move, we'll trigger this draw and then hook it back here. So this is basically creating a skeleton for our functionality. We can try it. So nothing is showing up. Okay, I'm actually gonna print the screen space when this drops. So I'm gonna do this. All right. So you'll see what it's doing. So now I'm not clicking, and now I'm clicking, and you can see on the left side you have the display of the screen space where my mouse is hovering, just like that. All right, I'm gonna keep this node because we'll use it later. All right, back on the drawing function, we'll make a node called begin draw canvas to render target. And this one is which render target texture we want to draw on. And we already created that, which is this one. So we'll assign this. Then we'll add another node called draw material. And afterwards, we'll create in draw canvas to render target. All right, just like that. And here in the draw material, we're going to put our paintbrush that we created earlier. We'll give it a screen size of 20 by 20. This is basically the brush size of this material. And there we have a simple drawing function. I'm gonna set this to a hard value of 500 to 500. We'll see how this goes. Okay. All right. One more thing before we start the test. Forgot that we need to actually multiply this by a color. Otherwise, it'll be drawing a white brush on a white canvas. So we'll give this a um, black color and set to 500 and 500. And don't forget to also hook this up. All right, so when I click, it draws to a fixed location, but it does draw, so this is good. Now we just need to do the last thing, which is getting the mouse position where we hover on top of our canvas, and then we sort of pass in this mouse into the screen position X and Y of the draw material node. Okay, so to do that, we cannot just pass in the screen space and like just hook it up over at the draw material. I'll show you. First, let's promote this to a global variable, and I'm going to call this the mouse position. And now that we have this mouse position, sorry, I go to the event graph and I will grab this mouse position and hook it up to the screen position and compile. And you will see that my mouse is over on the top left corner, but my drawing is actually right here in the middle. So there's an offset. And this is due to this offset. Um, so if I actually move it, if you can see, if I move the window closer to the top left corner, the offset is fallen shorter. And if I move it to the bottom left, bottom right, you can see the offset is going quite crazy. So we cannot just translate screen space directly into the draw material. So what we're going to do is we are going to apply a really, really simple node, which is screen to local. And the local, this screen to local node is going to translate a screen position to a local space of a widget. So in this widget we want to translate to is our image canvas. And we need to pass in the geometry. So we'll get the cached geometry and we will pass in this. And because we're in window mode, we want to include the window position. And then we want to basically hook up our mouse position to this screen position, which we obtained earlier. And then we hook up this the local coordinate to the screen position, X and Y. I'll break it down for later use, and now I'll show what I mean. All right, now we play. So this time, as you can see, no matter where I put my window, you can see that this offset remains the same. And you may wonder, why do we still have this tiny offset over here? And I'm telling you this is because of this window bar. So to show you, I will subtract this by 50. And now if we start playing, you can see that this follows exactly where my mouse is. So this is really good. So this is what we want. All right, I'm going to pause here. And if you're interested in learning the part 2 of the drawing board where I'm gonna change the brush size, I'm gonna also change the brush color, please stay tuned.